Nah, it completely died, didn't it? Did we lose internet or? I think we're back, but now the YouTube stream is down, so I gotta like restart the stream or something. That's weird. It wasn't my. I can't tell. I still have Wi-Fi. Usually the internet dies altogether. We think it's the modem, but this is really strange. It's like the internet almost completely died, but didn't. I'm still connected, but my bit rate is terrible. My bit rate's like 200 right now. So let's hang out. We'll hang out with Twitch real quick. We're gonna hang out and see if it stabilizes. But I'm not gonna restart YouTube. That's annoying. Yeah, so I have fiber coming tomorrow, so it's the perfect time, I guess. They're gonna come and install fiber. It's taken years for them to like have the capability out here, but they finally do. So, what do you call it? They're gonna come run a line, and they're gonna change the modem from the regular modem we have with a coaxial cable connection. And we do have a Netgear Nighthawk Wi-Fi router that we're gonna keep because it's a nice Wi-Fi router we bought. But I think what's going on right now is my modem is like fucked, the Optimum modem. But we're just upgrading to fiber in general, so because my mom streams stuff, I stream stuff. So okay, now it's looking like 4,000 bit rate. Now it's looking stable, I think. Can I restart YouTube stream? I think so. Let me see. Okay. I think we're good, but how do I... Can I put a thing on here? Sorry, chat. Give me a second. I gotta fix YouTube. Okay, I think we're good. Alright. I'm gonna be honest with you, chat. It might happen again. And that was okay. It actually didn't completely die. Normally it completely dies and I have to restart everything. But that was just like we just completely lost connection in general. So what's going on, Gene? How's it going, dude? Yeah, we're working on some more teasers. Yeah, we're getting fiber tomorrow, so we shouldn't have to deal with this anymore. Apologies. I'm sick and tired of dealing with it. Yo, what's going on, Fly Tie New England? Yeah, we should be back. We should be back. It genuinely might happen again, though. It's been happening quite often, so we'll see. Hopefully it's not too bad tonight. We'll just grit our teeth and get through it. That was annoying, though. But yeah, we're getting fiber tomorrow. The new modem, everything, so I think we should be good. Because I think right now we have such a pitiful amount of upload speed, which is what we need, that we're going to have a gig up and a gig down, which is, we're not anywhere near that at the moment, so. Yeah, finally. I don't know what, it took them forever to get fiber out here. People like living out in the middle of nowhere in the woods had fiber before we did, but I heard stuff where it's like, oh, you gotta have them pay to run it, but apparently they're just adding it to the infrastructure out here, so we just need to upgrade and They don't need to run a whole dedicated line. That or somebody already paid for fiber on this road for all I know. Now we have it. Now I'm eligible. I don't know how it works, but I know some folks that were like streaming, like big streamers, they had to pay quite a lot of money for them to like run the initial fiber line for the neighborhood or something. Something ridiculous, but I think they did it out here, so. Yeah, we're just whipping up some Sandeels and chatting. We can maybe get back to some more step-by-step fly tying streams once the internet's good. The internet's been so unstable. I'm like, let's just tie some commercial stuff tonight and talk, because the video might not even be working half the time. I think it's not that bad, but I had a couple streams during the week with Mike Rolls Dice that were like constant issues, so. But yeah, my mom does stuff on Zoom and this and that, so you know, we both need it. So it was about time we get it. Years and years ago, I was an IT manager. We got an estimate to run fiber to our location. It was outrageous. Yeah, see, that's the thing. I've been streaming for so long that fiber was still a new, like a fairly somewhat newish thing. But nowadays, I think it's pretty standard for the modern world. So. And then about 3 months later, they knocked it down to almost free. Every business along the way said they'd sign up for it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, we're still living in like the coaxial technology days, which is ridiculous. It's a bunch of copper wire spun together that corrodes and all this jazz. So the fiber optic wires are just that much better. That much faster at transferring speed, so finally getting into the modern day internet age. It's like being on dial-up versus fucking regular the internet we're using now or whatever. Anyways, I'm excited. No, hopefully, you know, we still may have issues because it's Optimum. You never know, but we might need to stop besmirching Optimum's name on stream if the fiber is actually good. If fiber is good, then I can bump up the bitrate quality. I can maybe try and stream at 1080p, stream with 6,000, 8,000 bitrate like a normal streamer, and the quality be better. Everything will be better. You can watch in a higher resolution. So I'm hoping that's the case. Pretty please. Cell phone repeater going outside looking finger for wind direction pointed that way. Yep. We'll see. I don't know, hopefully we'll be alright. I'm not a large enough streamer to be like, or stream every single day for like 10 hours to be like, oh, I'm gonna have like backup internets and stuff, so we've just dealt with it. And just screamed at Optimum all the time. Oh, thank you, Gene. Appreciate it. Yeah, we're going to have another video coming out next week. Probably some sort of smaller bait. But if you guys are interested in certain patterns and I have the materials and I feel like tying them, let me know. I really should, though, start doing more topic videos, so. I got a battle report I'm going to be editing for next week, but I think in between that I can try and do some sort of topic video. We'll see. Yeah. No, we got a really nice Wi-Fi router. We got the Netgear Nighthawk that we bought. That has good speeds and everything. Yeah, we'll see. I'll have to make sure everything's tip-top shape. I gotta take my computers out and blow them with an air compressor here soon. They're probably getting full of dust. It's been a while. And at some point, I gotta upgrade my streaming computer because it's on Windows 10. I did the free year support because they're like, if you don't switch to Windows 11, you won't have any security and you're gonna get hacked. I'm like, oh, damn it. But, so I either need to upgrade this PC in some way, which everything's so expensive now, or I might just get another pre-built. I don't know, but I'm going to have to do that at some point because by next year, this computer's not going to be supported anymore. And the Windows 10 thing will be over, so I don't know what the hell I gotta figure out. I am having issues at times with the graphics card where I start up OBS and the whole computer freezes up and I have to restart it and then it's good to go. It's pretty old too. It's like freaking 10 years old or something, but you know, it handles the stream alright for the most part. Because that's all it does really, is stream, and then I watch stuff on YouTube while I'm fly tying, editing. But that being said, it is getting to be that time where I have to start thinking about upgrading it. Alright. Let's go ahead. We got some body braid on here. Let's see what we got. I only have a limited amount of material. We're going to try and use it to our advantage. Not waste any here. Let me turn up the music a little. Okay. Let's see, what's the length we're going for here? Medallion. The question is, can I just fold this in half? Yeah, pretty much. That's what we're gonna do. Kind of pull on the ends like so, taper it a little. And I should be able to just fold it in half like that, cut it, tie it. These are pretty sparse, as to be expected. Enough of the tech stuff. I got to get out of the get on the river soon. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Get back to nature. I'm gonna go do some fishing here soon. I've been saying it, but I've been so freaking busy, and things keep popping up like fly orders and whatnot. The boy needs the money, so I'm taking it. But I do need to get out and do some fishing. I will say though, staying on top of the 2 YouTube channels, I'm definitely pretty much busy most of the day now, so. Definitely just fly tying and editing, fly tying and editing, but I do enjoy both of those things, so that's the good part. I'm gonna add a tiny bit more. I'm almost out of the, what do you call this? Slinky fiber, and we're gonna be switching to Steve for our fiber here soon. Normally I'd just be using Supreme here, or all Slinky fiber, or all Steve Farrar blends, but we're kind of mixing because it's what I got at the moment, so. And when they're being fished in front of a plug, dude, doesn't matter. These guys are going to be slamming bass on these things. Let's hope the internet is good for tonight. And then we'll just kind of glue it like so. We got that nice silver on the side, looking beautiful. And I think we have some of this olive, which should be long enough. Yes. Just. So I'll glue these up tonight. I was thinking about recording the next Mike Rolls Dice solo RP series tonight, but I got to get these flies done. So after the stream, I'm going to spend the whole time gluing them. And then tomorrow I got to go drive out east to go drop these off. So probably going to be a little bit of traffic and all that, but I also am going to go to the post office to drop some of the giveaways off that I haven't yet. And I gotta go to the freaking hardware store, pick up some supplies while I'm there. I've been trapped inside for like a week. Luckily I have my small but very nice backyard that we sit in, or that, you know, I spend time in. Even though I'm editing and like fly tying all day, I still go outside a lot, you know, spend a lot of time outside, get some sun. Do you ever overheat UV surf candies with UV light? Yeah, I have in the past, and that's the whole story about the loon resin, why I stopped using it. I may have, like, I thought that I overheated them, and I did some tests. You can overheat stuff, but it takes a considerable amount. Like, you really need to kind of sit there for like 20 seconds and just hit it with the light without moving it, you know? At least with the Solares. But you can certainly overheat light, or overheat the candies, and they can slightly turn yellow or something. It turned out that was just a bad bottle of loon resin. But, yeah, you most certainly can. It definitely happens with, if you take like an all-white surf candy or one that has really bright colors, they will absorb the light much quicker too. And if you're not moving, that's why I always move the fly like this as I'm doing it. If you just sit there like this and you look at the TV screen for like a minute, that thing's gonna cook. So, and it gets hot. And it can turn yellow. So you gotta watch out. We're gonna be making a video covering that at some point, so. But I did do a video talking about UV resin at some point. I don't think anyone watched it. But there was a video going over like thin, thick, medium, flex, and also discussing not to overheat it and stuff. If you go back and watch it, I don't know when it was, but it was like it was within last year, you know, when I started seriously making videos on the channel. It was kind of just more included in something, but I could definitely make a video specifically covering what not to do when working with resin, for instance, or something. I guess would be a title that sounds somewhat suitable. We're running low here. Is that enough to... Definitely not enough to cut in half and just use the way it is. Do this, and if there's any short stuff, pull it out. That'll probably be enough for the one tie. Let me go scroll up, because I don't know what half this music. This is like music that I picked 8 years ago for stuff. I got a cloudy batch of Solares stick, vendor made good. Okay, good. Well, that's good. They at least did the right thing. Do you want me to send you some Japanese strawberry seedlings? You're talking about actual strawberry, right? Yeah, you know, maybe. I might be down. My backyard is covered in strawberries. We planted strawberries years ago, and as you know, when you grow strawberries, they kind of just go everywhere, and the birds and all the squirrels eat them and everything. And then you just have strawberries everywhere. So like half of my backyard is strawberry plants. And this year we didn't get a single strawberry because every single bird, migratory species on the planet knows about our strawberries for now on, for year to year, and they just come and eat them all. But we kind of just let them eat them. Squirrels, rabbits, and stuff, we kind of just, there's not much for them to eat out here nowadays because everyone's got pesticide green grass, so we just kind of let them do their thing. They don't touch our tomatoes and cucumbers, though. Oh, we'll see, though. Possibly. MA. Right now, we're growing cucumbers, a couple different beans. The beans did pretty good, the green beans. We've been growing sweet peas, but they haven't done good. And what we've been doing is just taking the sweet pea pods and the seeds and, like, reusing them. And I think we've done it so much to where it's weakened the genetics now of the original, like, peas. So we gotta like re-up our pea genetics. But we've been doing pretty good with the vegetables this year. Because it's kind of hit or miss some years. Oh, I forgot to put flash. It's kind of hit or miss some years with the, I don't know. Some year, you know, we just have tons of issues and this and that and bugs and this, that. But it's been pretty decent. I will say we're starting to actually see those invasive lanternflies that they're talking about now on the East Coast. I've seen I see one every day now. Which apparently in Brooklyn you can't even like go outside and sit outside. There's so many. And they all get attracted to this invasive tree that people are planting called the Tree of Wonders, or what the hell is it called? But I think we're starting to get worried that we're gonna have like millions of these invasive lanternflies on Long Island now. So I'm like killing everyone I see, but it doesn't even make a difference because there's so many. Supposedly, I haven't seen that many, but I think we're gonna. I hope. Dude, it might be in a couple years, like, there's so many of these freaking things, it's going to be, like, a disaster. So I think the DEC is going to have to do something, like, ahead of time and start getting rid of these invasive trees that they're attracted to or something. It's crazy how much damage, like, an invasive bug like that can do. Just like the pine beetle bugs and stuff. Like, all because some asshole probably threw away some piece of wood from some other country or something out in the woods here, and it just causes like a complete ecological disaster. Spotted lanternflies, they're everywhere. Yeah, we haven't had them, and now this is the first year we've seen them, and apparently it's like really bad. So I'm gonna, you know what, I haven't used it in a long time, but I have a gas powered and I have a couple different airsoft guns. And I was trying to figure out what's the best way to kill them, and just for fun, I'm just going to start shooting them with my airsoft guns, because I've been trying to, like, kill them in other ways. Not that I mean, dude, killing one's not going to do anything. You need to, like, deal with the source with, like, the eggs, and you got to deal with these trees, apparently. They're Chinese drones. Well, I got one earlier with a freaking barbecue spatula thing. Got him good. An 8-year-old caught a piranha in a state park here in PA. Obviously, someone let their pet loose. Yeah. I mean, that's how snakeheads happened. Because snakeheads, I think it's kind of like a tradition in some Asian cultures to release them or something, or buy one and then let them go or something. And it just created like this huge disaster. But it's really crazy, dude. We've kind of destroyed this country. There's so many invasive plants and invasive species and stuff, and like nobody has native plants in their yards anymore. Must suck for all the different shit living here. We actually have milkweed planted, and it's been seeding. The first time it actually seeded, it's been essentially it's gotten large enough to produce seeds now. And so we have like little milkweeds growing around it, the potted one. But I saw it last year. The monarchs came, and you see them take their abdomen, and they'll take their abdomen and they'll touch it to the milkweed, and what they're doing is laying eggs. And then probably in a month from now, or like whatever it is, or a month or two, we'll see like cocoons or something. But I'm starting to see the monarchs, and what do you call it? I think it's usually like early fall or some point. It's going to be soon. We'll start seeing big ass caterpillars of different butterflies and moths around. But if you didn't have milkweed, like that, the monarchs literally need that to not only like to consume to be toxic and stuff, but to lay their eggs on. So, and I can't tell you, I can't find milkweed native anywhere. Like if I just walk down the road and stuff, you know. There used to be tons of it, but so we have some that we got from that local wildlife refuge that I donate flies to every year. They every spring they give out free native plant seeds for people to plant. So we try to have like mostly native stuff. Of course we have non-native stuff, but in our yard, but definitely helps with everything. So anyways, it was cool. I saw just earlier today a monarch came and laid out this material. Let's go like this. Get any short stuff out of the way. They do yep, the migration is basically any day. And the internet died again, chat. God damn it. Okay, we're back. Are we back? Oh my god, I thought it was gonna go down again. I told you guys we better watch out. Hopefully it doesn't completely go down. Thank God we're getting fiber tomorrow. I'm so done. I'm so over this shit. It's been like, I think we just had our affiliate anniversary on Twitch the other day. It was 8 years of streaming, and I've just been dealing with this internet stuff this whole time. It's definitely been getting worse though, so I think Optimum was like, they're DDoSing me so I can upgrade to fiber or something. No, it's not YouTube. I could see my bit rate. It's all good. We've been having the issue, and normally it would just be some frames dropping and stuff, but it's been I think it's the modem is the issue, but we're upgrading to fiber tomorrow anyway. They're gonna come install it, so I think it is the modem though is my issue at the moment, because we have normal internet issues with our service provider where things get slow, but what's been going on here is like the modem's like struggling or something. I don't know what's going on. It's pretty old though as well. Anyways, I thought it was going to completely die, but we just had a big frame drop, so we should be okay. It's just annoying though, because it fucks with all my stream stuff. Okay. Whatever. We're good. We're good. Next week we'll be probably tying some Albie flies on stream, like the normal step-by-step stuff, but I just wanted to wait till the internet's good, so we're just doing some Sandeels tonight. All right. Yes. Oh man, I cannot wait. It's gonna be so nice. So this is a little short. What I could do is use something that's a little bit longer. There's a little cheat code right here. Use some of the longer stuff and then blend in some of the shorter stuff on top. So we're using a mix of like Supreme hair on top and like Slinky fiber on the bottom, just because it's just what I have. And it actually works together really nice. The Slinky fiber and Supreme hair is like not that much different. It's close enough to where you could just use it. Yeah, I've been streaming for many years. We've essentially figured out how all this crap works. And generally I know whether it's like, you know, an issue on YouTube or Twitch's end, or if it's my internet, because I can see my while I'm streaming it shows me the connection strength I have. So it's called bitrate. Go with a little bit of this on top, and then I can, when I trim it, I'll taper it slightly. Throw some eyes on here. I'm just pretty much banging some of these out. And olive's usually the most popular color for these. You would think Sandeel guys, they want tan and stuff, but this particular shop, they really like the olive. I don't know why, so. But, I mean, that means people are catching with them, so. But, it's good. He sold out a good amount of flies over there, so that means we gotta tie some more flies for him and stuff. Put way too much super glue on that by accident. clean a little off before I coat my fingers in it by accident. I was putting lateral scale on the side of these, but I don't have any, so we're using Magnum Flash Boo. And it's actually pretty nice because it gives it a nice silvery side to it. It's pretty defined. But I gotta get as many of these suckers done tonight and go tomorrow, so. Get them done and then I can stick them out in the sun. It's pretty important. I always recommend sticking your flies in the sun a little bit. Now, it generally doesn't matter if you're going fishing, because if it's a nice sunny day, you can just tie it to your leader and go walk to go fishing from your car. It'll probably be cured by then, but I tend to put the fly in the sun for like 10-15 minutes. Alright, we're switching to some slinky fiber, or C4R fiber. I am running pretty low on materials though. Certain stuff I'm gonna have to pick up some materials for sure, without a doubt. Now the unfortunate thing is I kind of have to cut this a little short, so I mean, worst case scenario, I can use that for kinky muddlers in the future. This is like an off-white color too, but it's gonna work nice. It'll be fine. So I'll just save these little pieces, put them in a bag. That's perfect for kinky muddler V-ties. It's kind of unfortunate slinky fiber isn't long enough to get a perfect fold it in half and cut it, you know, situation, but life gives you lemons, make lemonade. The main thing is we just need some length. We got to keep them fairly sparse, but enough material to definitely give it the appearance of a adult Sandeel. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Not really that complicated in reality. This one I can fold in half, get a little extra width or material, but without wasting too much. Just add a little bit more to the belly there, thicken it up. But yeah, we got some albie flies we're gonna be covering here soon on the channel, probably next week. So, damn, I don't know what is my back is killing me tonight. Let me move this mic. Let me get comfortable. Oh. I was doing all sorts of stuff earlier. Probably screwed my back up a little. Fly tires that has cheap stuff. Cheap, You end up getting that Fly Tires Dungeon box or what? Are you waiting for Christmas? I really want to do a video on it. Picking up some stuff from there, making a video on it. Cut that off. I'm just kind of using some of the leftover stuff first. I always end up with these pieces where there's like a little bit of material left. So I'm trying to get out of the habit of leaving these and start using them. Otherwise, you'll end up with a bunch of like barely any material left chunks, and you're like, what the hell am I doing over here? Like I am. Oh, I got one. I posted a pic from last year's. I still need to get an order on. I really like his scud backing, the latex stuff, and all the bug legs and flash. Yeah, I mean, the Fly Tires Dungeon stuff's great. We got to, I'm going to need to make a video covering it. Because I think people are missing out. Because it's pretty reasonably priced, obviously. Or more than reasonably priced. So, it's better than reasonably priced, I should say. It's a nice, like, little hidden gem, almost. Maybe I'll make some videos covering where I get materials and where are some places that I recommend or something. That could be a video. A pretty easy one as well. I need some good easy videos that are still good. Because I'm freaking busy as hell. I'm sure the fall's going to be busy because we have tons of flies, tons of fly tying. I'm going to be trying to do some fishing. And then there's a new release for Conflict 47 with the Japanese where they invade America. So everyone's going crazy for it. And so are we on Mike Rolls Dice. So going to be busy, man. A lot of fly tying stuff. A lot of fly tying, fishing, gaming. Going to be busy this fall. And then this winter, roosterfish flies, roosterfish. We actually might start tying for the lodge down there that everyone goes to. And if that's the case, then we're gonna be very busy, obviously, because hoping that means even hundreds and hundreds of more roosterfish flies to tie. Because those are the best damn things I do nowadays. To try and earn a living tying some flies, I tell ya. Some banners on this Epidemic Sound. I keep saying I'm going to get rid of it, and then I always keep forgetting and paying for it, so I guess in the meanwhile, we'll still listen to it. One of these days, I'll remember to cancel it. Try and get the material kind of even, use the hook point to kind of split it. Just make sure I have enough material on either side, you know? This definitely needs a little more. Yeah, I'm excited for the fall season because I haven't really done much fishing since the springtime, so I've been bitching and moaning, saying, yeah, I haven't been catching anything, no bass. I'm gonna just get out there and suck it up and I'm gonna force it. I'm gonna go out there and catch some fish, even if it's hard, so I need it for like my spirit, because the lack of fishing, catching fish has been detrimental, to say the least, to my well-being. So we're very unmotivated fishing wise this season. So I need to change that around and get off my ass. I mean, I have been quite busy. I've been doing so much stuff, so it's not like I'm just sitting around doing nothing, but I'm like, man, I wasted the whole summer. I didn't even fish. But talking to some folks, I'm not really missing much, it seems like, so. But I think once that water starts cooling down, then we're going to start getting in business here, so. And I'm starting to hear little rumblings and reports of up north, you know, early on, as we should, of like, you know, Albies and Bonito and all that jazz, so. I think we're going to start seeing that. That'll start giving me some motivation, because the hardtails, that's one of my favorite things, man. Hardtails. Oof. Albies, Bonito, Spanish mackerel. And because my boat is not working still, I'm going to have to go fish the rocks, but that's how I used to do it in the older days, you know. Fishing on the inlet rocks, sweating my ass off, but then the albies start blowing up. But apparently last year they didn't really show up much. So I'm really hoping that changes. It was more of like a boat game last year, which we're generally pretty lucky where I am locally. You can kind of target them from shore most of the time. But it's all dependent on inlets and the rocks, the jetties. They don't ever run. You can't catch them on the beach, on the ocean beach. It's just not possible, really. I'm sure somebody's done it. I don't know if anyone's ever done it with a fly rod, though. I know my buddy Tim, South Fork Salt's done it with spinning rods. He's caught some bonito. But they usually stay a little too far offshore to actually get them with a fly rod, so you got to fish the rocks. Yo, what's going on, Eli? That's all right. We dropped the stream, pretty much shut off twice because of the internet. So you didn't really miss too much. We're just kind of hanging out, chit-chatting. We're talking about what sort of flies we're going to be covering here in the future. Still working on some flies for a local shop that we're doing tonight. And I have fiber being installed tomorrow. That's the real big news, the big stuff. So hopefully we won't have internet issues and we'll have even better streams. I really want to try and up the quality from 720, so that's going to be my goal. Up the bit rate and up the quality to 1080p for you guys, so you can the fly time's even crisper. Because I'm using a very, very nice camera, and it sucks that we're streaming in 720p. It's not terrible, but it could be a much better quality, so that's what we're going to be shooting for here. So I'm going to be streaming miniature stuff tomorrow, so it'll be a good test, and then hopefully I'll have it all ironed out by Friday, you know what I mean, for fly tying. And what I really should do is I kind of want to work on the stream a little bit, update some things, because a lot of the stuff that I did was like years and years ago. So I just kind of want to work on the stream a little bit as well, and make it better. So we'll see. Even though I love this knockoff David Bowie guy in this song, we're gonna change it up. Damn, there's like a million songs that I have on here. It's crazy. Some of these are really old. Let's listen to these. Some of these are like really old. I think we actually used to have videos with these, if I'm not wrong. Yo, Barfy, what's going on? How you doing? I feel like we had highlights with some of these videos. I don't know if we have any of old school viewers, though, that were back that long watching right now. Some of these songs are very familiar, though. I think we had some, like, fly tying highlights. They might even be on my channel or something, for all I know. But appreciate everybody tuning in. I hope everyone's doing well. Can I just... Pretty much, eh? Take all that excess or the small hairs out, save them for some V-ties. Fold this, get some width. Not ideal, but we're making do with what we got. My room is covered in slinky fiber. Fantastic. So what's everyone been up to? Anyone been doing any fishing, any tying? Make sure you guys post everything in the Discord. We're going to take a look here later. See what everyone's been up to. If you guys got any flies you want me to look at, any fishing photos, all that jazz. Yeah, I gotta be here tomorrow. I'm gonna try and go drop these flies off either in the morning, but more than like I might need to go in the afternoon. because they're going to come and install the fiber, so I have to be here. But I do need to go to this fly shop and drop off some whatever we get done tonight. Whatever I get done after the stream, I got to go drop these off tomorrow. Get a little money and buy some more materials. Just want to make sure these are semi-evenly split material wise. Yeah, I hope everyone's doing well. Appreciate you guys chilling with us while we do some fly tying tonight. Hopefully we don't have too many more internet issues, but if we do, just bear with us. It'll come back after a little bit, so. It's been pretty, like, you know, look, over the years we've had tons of issues, but it's been like on and off, right? But something's been going on recent, and it could be so many different things, like the line, the cable box, not cable box, the modem. But we're just saying screw it, just upgrade the whole thing. But that being said, you know, I want to work on some stream stuff that might include Mr. Mike Ross making an appearance again, so we'll see. But if we do end up doing Mike Ross, or if we end up bailing him out of his indentured servitude as a dishwasher down in Guadalajara, then I'm going to need to make some, like, video introductions and stuff for him. You know what I mean? We're going to have to, like, update some things, the production. And the other thing I want to do, I want to start making more highlights for the stream, because at some point here we are going to have to stop using the the Albie highlight, because I'm going to have to get rid of Epidemic Sound. So I do have those clips, though, if I'm not wrong. I think I have in my laptop, I have all of that footage, so I can always, like, remake it worst case, or I guess just mute it and put music over it. But we are missing, like, the audio of me talking, so I don't know, we'll see. But I do want to work on, like, more stuff for the stream in general, so because it's been a little while since we've done that, so it seems like it's about time to do that. Scrape off the pants, get like a million pieces of slinky fiber and whatnot. All right, let me hold on. Okay, let's throw some eyes on here. I'm running low. I might go grab a drink real quick after this. But should have a list here. Do you guys have any, is there any flies, Albie flies, Bonito flies that you want to see covered? Is there any flies in general? I'm about to go run and grab a drink real quick here, but while I'm doing that, you guys think, what's some of the stuff you want to see on the channel fly-wise? Of course, any topics you can tell me as well. I write all this stuff down and I have it logged on my notepad, so all these video ideas and stuff. But I'm looking to cover a couple smaller flies that work good for Albies or Bonito, and I was like, man, what should I tie? And I was like, let me just ask everybody. Because there's also flies you guys probably want to see tied. So if there's any that you want to see tied, think about that while I run and grab a drink real quick. Let me know, and we could talk about that. Okay. Oh, how many is that? Let me count real quick. 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13, 16. Okay. That's actually really good. If I can get another 8 of these olive, which doesn't look like, because this is about all I have. But if we can get another, okay, we're getting a decent amount. Then I can tie some tans, tie some other stuff, go bring it to them, and I have more material on the way anyway. So, is your flies more saltwater than freshwater? For the most part, yes. If you're like looking, my channel doesn't really cover stuff like nymphs, dry flies, and smaller streamers and whatnot. But a lot of the flies we do tie, even though they are saltwater flies, quote unquote, you can use them for a lot of freshwater species like largemouth, smallmouth, muskie, pike, walleye, things like that. Like a lot of the weighted bait fish flies, a lot of the larger bait fish flies, because a lot of saltwater flies influenced, freshwater flies back in the day. Yo, what's going on, super flies? How's it going? How you doing? I saw you posted some stuff in the Discord. We're going to take a look later at what everyone's been posting. Are you going to make an in-depth video for tying with bucktail, hackle, fur, rabbit like you did the synthetic? Yes. Yes, I am. It's, what do you call it? Those are big videos. Those are like where I need to do research and like lay out the format of the video, but I am going to do that. I don't know what the next one will be. Like, see, here's the thing. Like, people are like, oh, we want an albie video. We want a striper video. There's so many different things I got to do, so I just got to sit down and pick one topic wise. But yes, we do plan on covering every type of material. So natural hairs, what do you call it, feathers, we did synthetics, so then there would be body materials, and then we'll do one on adhesives and stuff like that, maybe one on threads. And generally, again, focusing on saltwater or the larger freshwater streamer ideas. That one is so good. I keep going back to the synthetic one for ideas. Yeah. Those are, I'm telling you, those videos are hard, man. Those videos are a lot of work and they're hard, but they're the most rewarding when I get done with them. And they're the ones that people end up watching the most and enjoying getting the most info out of. But it's kind of daunting making those videos, to say the least, because it's like, how do I go about approaching covering every type of synthetic material I have in my possession? You know what I mean? So, that being said, I know that is a topic that people really like, or those videos. So, I'm trying to think what would be the easiest next one for me to do. Because part of me even wants to break up feathers into different ways. Like, one could be hackle and the other one could just be like miscellaneous feathers or something. I don't know. But so, like, we got those. We got a top, still covering the many discussions of saltwater fly fishing for stripers. And I think we're going to be doing more broader topics in terms of saltwater fly fishing. So fishing structure, like bowls, pockets, beaches, trenches, troughs. You could cover so many different things. So, something I should also think about too is I also make some of these videos quite large. It would probably be easier if I did a video on like how to fish a trough in a trench, as opposed to like everything about fishing a beach. But then you could, I guess, take those videos and combine it into a beach fishing video afterwards when you're done. That might be the way to do it, because I've been making these larger videos and it's a lot. It's daunting at times. Like that springtime video, trying to cover every single aspect of springtime striper fishing in one, I probably could have broke that down into a couple different videos, for instance. And then I can spend a little bit more time talking about things instead of having to like kind of quickly go through things. So it's not like I'm spending 40 minutes talking about cinderworms in a already long video. So yeah, that's the next thing. Like, I'm getting back into the fly tying and pumping out at least, a video a week fly tying. But I got to think about probably once a month at the very least doing a long video, or at least a discussion video about some sort of topic, you know what I mean? So God, there's so many I want to do and I need to do, and I'm like, oh my God, it's so much, but I just got to pick one and do it, you know what I mean? So, and I should think about, even though I do want to cover stuff specifically about striped bass, a lot of this stuff applies to just about everything when it comes to saltwater fly fishing, right? Like, if you think about, instead of making how to fish for striped bass or how to, fly fishing the beach for striped bass, I could just do fly fishing the beach. You know what I mean? Because even though a lot of times what I'm talking about is for stripers, it also works for other fish around the world. How to identify a cut or trough, or how to and where to cast and fish. Yeah. See, I feel like though that'd be good to put all in one video about a trough, but instead of trying to make a gigantic video about everything beach fishing, from fishing next to a jetty, to reading the beaches, to how to move down the beach and fish, to blitzing on beaches, to fishing from a boat near beaches, to how not to die fishing on beaches, 4x4. There's like so many different things you need to cover in a beach fishing video that you could, it seems it could be a little bit easier to just say troughs we're going to cover this time, and it could be a series about beach fishing, for instance. So that might be the way to do it, because I'm telling you, one of the reasons why I don't make those videos as much is because they literally take, I'm not even joking, like they generally take like a full week of editing, and that's like, I'm spending like at least 5-6 hours a day editing, you know what I mean? So I have gotten better at making long form videos since then and whatnot, but it's a lot of work. So if I can like cut it down to like a 20-30 minute long video about something, and then that's part of a larger like topic, that might be easier. And then the icing on the cake is at the end of it, you combined it all into one mega video about the topic, and upload like a like a freaking 3-hour long video about beach fishing, for instance. That would be the cool thing to do. That's how I should do it, and that's how I think I want to do it, you know what I mean? So, because like a fly time video, I record the fly time video with the camera, right? I cut it down and I narrate it on top, fill some footage of it in the tank. It's very easy. It only takes about a day to record and edit a fly time video, which is still a day of work, but that's fine. But what do you call it? Like, it is daunting working on the larger one. So if I could find a way to speed it up a little bit, you know what I mean? Or make it a little less daunting. I film 2 hours, takes me 9 hours editing. Yeah. I haven't checked out one of your videos. Well, maybe we'll take a look later, because I saw you posted in the Discord. All right, chat. I'm going to run and grab a drink real quick. What do you call it? Don't forget, post them in the Discord if you want me to take a look. We might take a look at the Discord when I get back. And what do you call it? The fly ideas and all that jazz. Could even do a video about how to avoid wasting materials. My current problem is what to do with the back of the bucktail. Yeah, I'm going to write that down. That's a good one. Stop wasting fly tying materials, we'll put. Number 1, learn how to tie with your trash bag. So like this trash basket that I have on my vise, learn how to tie flies using that. But the other thing is going over materials like this that you end up with, the bucktail backs, just, whatever, leftover bits and bobs of material that you usually end up throwing away, how you can use that. That's a good one. I'm writing that down because I might forget that. I'll remember trenches. I'll remember everything else, but yeah, that's a good one. Back of bucktail, etc. Okay. Yeah, it was good. Thank you, Barfit. All right. But don't look. It might be 3 years before that video gets made. All right, you never know. I know there's so many videos that people have asked me that are sick video ideas that I have written down. Some I've forgotten. I'm like, damn it. But I only have so much time to do everything. But what do you call it? I'll get around to it eventually. All right, what do you call it, chat? We're going to take a quick little break real quick. You know what? You'll love it. The Albie highlight. We're going to enjoy it while we can until I eventually do get rid of Epidemic Sound. And then I need to like make a copyright-free version of that video. Well, we're going to take a break real quick. I'm going to run and grab a drink real quick. Throw some ice in there too. And when I get back, we'll keep on tying and keep on chatting. But don't forget, we're going to take a look here at the Discord a little later and see what everyone's been up to. So, all right, we're going to take a quick break, chat, and we'll be back in just a moment. Appreciate you folks hanging out.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. Stay tight, all right? Yeah, keep it tight. Yeah, dude. Yeah, Aiden. Knuckle buster. Are you good? Do you need me to do anything?
Yeah, I might need a ride. Yes.
Okay. Hold on, I'm gonna turn now.
I'm gonna try and get on the valve.
Yeah, get on the valve. All right, you're doing good. Keep doing your thing. I'm gonna move us away.
Is that a little one?
No, that's a nice one.
Oh, let's go!
Come here, hold next to your alley. Good job.
That's sick.
All right. Nice.
Let's go! Albie slap!
Good job, dude.
Yee!
Looking down the barrel of a 12 gauge little tuny, bro. On the alley door too.
Oh my god, dude! What the fuck? Woohoo! Oh my god.
All right, and we're back. Yo, what's going on, Klovek? How's it going? Yeah, the Discord's in the description. Eli? Let's take a look, actually, see what you guys been up to. We'll take a look at the end of the stream as well. If you haven't checked out, we got the new Ballyhoo video, which, what do you call it? Barfy called me out. 2 videos in 10 days? Yeah, I know, I get it. By the way, this channel is really good if you're looking for a good gaming channel to watch. Hey, you video games. But the new Ballyhoo needlefish video, which it's really a good time of the year if you're looking for a needlefish imitation. This is kind of a pretty good variant to fish in front of a plug or just fish in the back bays, for instance. But the guys went down and caught a shit ton of giant mahi-mahi this year on these flies. And he just sent me a photo. He was like, can you tie some of these? And I was like, yeah, sure. It was just some random ballyhoo, and this is my take on it. So, but really good. Also, the new Hobbit magic set is out. I'm going to do my first draft probably this weekend and waste my gems that I've saved up. But anyways, go check that out. That one came out pretty good, I think. It's a good video. Oh, let's take a look at the Discord. What am I doing? So, I do want, Superfly guy. Let's take a look. Let's take a look what you got here. A little slow-mo cast. Oh, is there going to be a big-ass blow-up or something we're going to see? This is like super slow-mo. Oh, shit. Oh, you didn't even, like, touch it. You're straight up almost like dry fly. Or, like, Whoa! Look at the tail on that thing. What is that, bass? Oh, it's a muskie. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, you're in a little paddle boat. I didn't even realize. I want to see that normal speed. It almost looked like you didn't even strip the line. No, you didn't even strip the line. I've never seen anyone just throw a fly and never strip the line for a muskie. Oh, it took a bluegill. Oh. Oh, I see. There's the... Oh, okay. And that's the muskie. Yeah. I was like, what the hell? How the hell did you hook a muskie without even stripping the fly? Oh, that's pretty sick. Let me make sure to subscribe to your channel here. Very cool. Okay. I was like, what the hell's going on there? Let's take a look. Where did we leave off? I think we left off here. Trogdor, which I forgot who is in... Is this, This is, gaming guy, and I'm forgetting your name. Bobzilla on Twitch. I'm pretty certain this is you, right? I could be wrong. Nice. I like the bead on that nymph, though. Yeah, this is Bob, because I know you got a regal. That's how. Bobzilla. A few little buggers. Nice. I like the purple flash in there. Our state park getting gear. Oh, yeah, this was... We were talking about if somebody gets a kayak, if you need a registration. Which I think once you put a motor on it in New York State, you need one, I think. We got Calvin. Look at these. These are beautiful. Mickelson epoxy bait fish. Okay, which one's your favorite, chat? This one's a little too much resin. I do that all the time. I think this middle one is, like, literally perfect. I don't think you can get it better. This one looks pretty good, too, but I think this one is, like, if you were going to send it in for a magazine or something. Like, look at that. The bottom's got a little ripple, but it's literally as close as you can get to being, like, a perfectly round, easy Mickelson body. And these look like the little Gamakatsus, the heavier ones. Were they SH11s or something? Which is like the hook you want to use for these things. I think that's the exact hook Mickelson was using, if I'm not wrong. I will use SL12Ss for him as well, but... little half and halves, very nice. Thick piece, pearl magnum flash blue, potentially. Or some sort of tinsel. Pearl tinsel, maybe, or something. That looks nice. And then, nice deceiver here. I like how you're utilizing the pink fluoro fiber. So at least I had some effect on you guys. I'll let Henry Cowan know that we did something to convince people. I think we got everything. We'll take a look later on tonight and see what's going on. You said you got a fast version, you said? Oh, normal speed. Damn. Man, you should be fishing for muskie. What you should be doing. You gotta be throwing some big old bluegill imitations. You know what I mean? Alright. Sounds good. Very nice. You gotta be fishing for muskie. You got a big old muskie over there. Eating bluegills. You let Henry Cavill to play Conflict? What? Look, if he could, we can just get him to play a game of... Has he played a game of 40k? Even that would be cool. And I'm a semi-40k hater. Alright, let's keep whipping him up. See why I slowed it down? I do see why you slowed it down. Because it does happen pretty damn fast. What you can also do is just slow down a section of the video so like the rest of it is full speed as well, but that's okay. Yeah, it still was badass to see. Very cool, very cool. I haven't gone lake fishing in a long time. Go try and catch a big pickerel or something. Oh, I almost threw that away, but that is perfectly good C4R fiber that I can use for a kinky muddler head. Do not want to throw that stuff away. Oh, let me get some tunes going. Let me get some tunes going, especially with the AC. It's hot. It will be nice once I'm able to stream without it being 90 degrees in here and having to use the AC. Just have the window open, and then my neighbors think I'm crazy, as usual. I'm sure we've yelled some crazy shit over the years streaming with the window open. Yo, travelers, what's going on? Aloha, no time see. Aloha. La ilaha illallah. You said aloha. Long time no see. I moved to the Philippines, so time difference is huge. Holy shit, you moved to the Philippines from Hawaii? That's a huge change. What's going on? What are you doing over there now? I mean, luckily you're pretty much still in the same fishing type area. It's not like you moved to Wisconsin, so you're still looking for trevallies and stuff probably, or jacks or whatever the hell you're fishing for. But that's awesome, dude. Congratulations. Do we all hate our neighbors? No, yeah, I don't mind them personally, and they're doing their thing. They probably hate me, but I mean, there are times though. I'm just a grumpy old man though. The older I get, the more I'm turning into a grumpy old man. Like, get off my lawn. But I just spend all my day inside editing and tying flies, so I'm just I'm the one. I'm the weirdo. You know what I mean? So what's going on? Have you done any fishing over there so far? I'm assuming probably so, right? What's it like? What's the move like? You enjoying it? Philippines is sick. A lot of history over there too. Wait, isn't the Philippines? Yeah, dude, the Philippines is where we like literally had our first battles. I was just listening to it. With MacArthur was control of the Philippines, and they were fighting off the Japanese, and that's why the Philippines, the Filipinos population was like the Americans, because they were fighting to protect them from the Japanese. I think it was like 1941. Really cool country, though, in general. All right. I'm a big World War II nerd, especially being that I'm like into Bolt Action, which is a World War II miniature game, and Conflict 47. So I'm always like listening to World War II history and stuff. I've been listening a lot about the Japanese and early stages of the war with the United States and everything. So the Philippines played a huge part, especially with like the Bhutan Death March and all that. You know what I mean? Some crazy shit. Also, what's going on, Jay? How's it going? I hope you're doing well. Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate everyone tuning in. And yo, Dad Life, what's going on? How you been, dude? How's the kayak been going? How's the streams been going? You've been streaming still or what? Doing some fishing? I forgot we got our we should do some fishing streams soon. I actually forgot we are able to multi-stream. We just can't see both chats, so I can stream for YouTube. We should do that again. I completely forgot about that till you came in here. That we were talking about that. Tie those eels up. It's almost time, dude. They sold out at the local shop, so these guys are hitting the surf fishing plugs there, or diamond jigs. I don't know if the big sandeels are here yet, but I bet you the bass are eating these flies. So most of these guys are fishing them in front of diamond jigs and dragging them on the ground. But as long as they're buying my flies, I don't care what they do with them. You know what I mean? But we're also chit-chatting about some video ideas. We were talking about more discussion topics, maybe breaking them down into a little bit more bite-sized pieces that are easier for me to make and for you folks to digest. Because I'm getting back into doing the tying tutorials and banging those out regular for you guys. But seems like the stuff people really want are the lawn form stuff, so kind of just hanging out, chit-chatting, tying. The internet has been absolute dog shit, pardon my French. But that being said, we are getting fiber tomorrow finally, after how many years, so I can't wait to, I just got to do a ton of work on the stream, work on some scenes, work on the background, try and up the bit rate. So I'm excited. Did some fishing here and broke out a 9-weight, and the locals were tripping. Dude, I bet the seen you fly fishing. It's monsoon season though, so I'm doing more tying. This place is amazing. Oh, dude, I can't wait to see some photos if you share them with us when once you start fishing. Oh, you got the Starlink now? Nice. I just got the multi figured out myself. I've been streaming some, not as much with the midsummer situation. Yeah. Oh, but you got Starlink. Oh, hell yeah, dude. You just got to keep it wet, keep it dry. Don't get it wet. Very nice, very nice. Yeah, I'm still just going to use the phone. It works. I don't do a bunch of IRL streaming as well. I'm already streaming during the week from the computer a ton between the two channels. But I'm going to try and stream some fishing this fall for you guys if I can actually find some damn fish. Because otherwise I'm just getting my phone covered in salt water for nothing. Yeah, it's funny. I used to fly fish in the 90s in saltwater, and people thought I was crazy. There's like, there's no trout in the ocean, right, young man? So I imagine fishing in the Philippines with a fly rod. People are probably like, what the fuck is this guy doing, bro? But you're putting on a show, too. I bet people are probably entertained watching you do it. Dude, I gotta order so much material. Fuck. The people want part 3 of slamming cores. Look, that's gonna take a while, alright? I told you guys already, Jay. That is not the sort of video that I can force myself to make. I need to be borderline schizophrenic and go into the slamming cores, or what's the name where you have multiple personality disorder type situation. I need to, like, it's like The Mask with Jim Carrey. Maybe I'll find the hat somewhere in a dark alleyway. But, because the second one sucked. And that's what happens when you try to recreate lightning and you try to capture lightning in a bottle twice. So, I'm gonna need to wait till I'm in the right psychotic mindset to make that, because I'm not there. I'm just a different type of psychotic at the moment. But even my buddy Jeff said it when I went into the tackle shop that day to buy like a bunch of hoagie jigs to put on my hat, which is an absolute waste of money, by the way. He was like, yeah, I could just tell you were like, I was like locked in. You know, it's a very special mindset. It's kind of like method acting, you know what I mean? And I'd been albie fishing every day for like, every day on the rocks for like a month and seen people doing all that bullshit. So I need to, like, it's like when you're trying to be a detective in a movie and they go work ride along for like 2 months. I need to go like camp out on the rocks, be an albie bum, and then I'll get into the mindset. Have you been fishing off stream at all? No, pretty much not at all. I went a little bit with Zeke on his boat, but dude, the fishing's been like terrible out here. I didn't catch a single striped bass all year in the springtime, not one. We hooked a couple, but I didn't land any, so I've just been focusing on making money tying flies, and then the 2 YouTube channels, which I slowed down a little bit with Li Flies Mike, this channel, but I'm catching back up now. But really what I did is I put a ton of effort into my second YouTube channel to get that one monetized, and also get that one kind of going with the views and everything, because between the 2 YouTube channels and the ad revenue between the videos, they literally pay like 2/3 of my bills for the month. So that's kind of what I've been doing. I kind of got my second YouTube channel in like a year like monetized and pumped out enough videos that people watch somewhat regularly to like actually earn a little bit of money, so I'm not completely freaking broke. So now we're getting back to like pumping out fly tying videos on Li Flies Mike and making battle report videos and tying flies. So it's like I just don't have any time to do anything, but the fishing's kind of sucks, so that's my excuse. With the summertime, it's been so hot. The water temp's probably so high. So I'm just waiting until it cools down to start doing some striper and albie fishing. And not to mention, I need to go out fishing anyway because I need footage for videos. So... But yeah, I don't know. Dude, the past couple years, man, striper fishing sucked for me. It's really been a blow to my morale, you know? So, like fishing from shore with a fly rod in my local area, I've just struggled the past couple years. Like there's been a drastic decrease in the amount of striped bass. So, and I think we're just seeing the effect of poor spawns, this and that. Not a ton of bunker. There's like no bunker off the beaches and stuff. So I don't know what the hell is going on, but I know other people are catching fish and I'm happy, but I am struggling. Okay? Struggling really bad this year. Luckily last year I caught so many albies in a short amount of time that it saved the whole year, but yeah. I only caught like a couple striped bass last year, and this year I have not yet to catch one. But I haven't gone that much. Like I said, I started my second YouTube channel or I really started paying attention to it last winter, and then so I've been busy between everything. And then roosterfish was about 2.5 months of non-stop tying roosterfish flies. So, and that was really a lot of fly tying in June and in May and stuff. So I was fishing in like April and up to May, and then I kind of slowed down because I switched over to roosterfish fly tying mode, which is like 10 hours a day of just tying roosterfish flies. Which I can do for a couple months, but if I had to do that every month, it would definitely drive me crazy. So, you know what? I'm kind of like, I'll get back into the swing of it when it comes to fishing, because I'm just kind of taking I don't know, a little exhausted with the lack of striper fishing around here, so, or my results with it. But that being said, I'm gonna get back into it, so just bite my lip and just keep fishing, because I need to get outside, do some fishing. I've been just editing and fly tying for the past couple months like a maniac. This year has been my worst year ever. I've only got 730 fish all year. I'm used to catching 150, 200 every trip out. Yeah, that's lake fishing for you, or freshwater at times. But, yeah. I mean, look, I'm okay with, like, even if I get 1 or 2 bass a week, straight bass. Like, that's decent enough, you know, because maybe I don't get to fish a lot or whatever. You know, there were times where I would do pretty good. Even just even 1 striped bass a night is pretty damn good. And that's not always guaranteed. But, I mean, not to catch a fish in the entirety of the springtime, and I was going fishing, like, almost every day is, like, crazy. And doing everything I've done for the past however many years, that's always been successful, you know what I mean? And I'm like, what the hell's going on? So it's pretty demotivating, to say the least. You know what I mean? Especially when I have so much work I need to do. Like, ugh, it sucks. I get that after I flipped, I couldn't get out on any stripers. Then they moved out and I shifted back to freshwater. The fluke and stuff never really got close enough to shore for me to chase on the yak. Gotcha. What, the fluke though? I mean, you should be able to fluke off a kayak. Are you talking about like albies or something? And we're dropping frames, by the way. So bear with us. God. And I think it completely died. Yep, stream completely died, I think. Oh, and we're back. Oh, thank God I didn't have to restart the stream on YouTube. I think we're good. Usually I have to restart everything and I have to, like, reset everything. It's so annoying. I think we're okay, though. Sorry, chat. What do you call it? We're getting fiber tomorrow, so hopefully this will stop. Replace the modem, run a new line, everything, so. I cannot wait to... It's been getting so bad, too. It's been getting worse and worse and worse, so. Alright, see you later, Traveler. It's all good, man. I want to talk about demotivating. The striper fishing's been demotivating, but when my bit rate drops every 30 minutes and we lose viewers and stuff, that's demotivating. You have to test your product, get out there. Luckily, these are all tried, trued, and tested, okay? And they work. Look, my customers send me fishing photos of them catching fish. It's not my flies, okay? It's not my flies, okay? It's probably me. I told Zeke, every time he takes me on his boat, we never catch anything. And then the next day, he catches, like, a big-ass fish or something. I apparently, I don't know what happened, but I think I'm cursed. Like, I actually got cursed by, like, a tribe elder in the Amazonian jungle or something. They put a blood curse on me, and the fish just will refuse to bite my flies. Bite my fly on the end of my line. They will bite my flies not on the end of my line, I should say. You can still buy my flies, don't worry. But I have been blood cursed. I don't think there's any other explanation for it. It's got to be some sort of witchcraft. You know what I mean? It's got to be. It's the only a valid explanation. I haven't been able to get out as much and haven't caught any stripers as well, so I just started fishing for perch. Gotcha, yeah. A little rougher in Block Island Sound than it is in Long Island Sound. Is that where you've been fishing? Oh, gotcha. I'm a Jonah lately too. What? Which Jonah? Jonah? Did you misspell something? That's right. I'll get out and do some fishing again. You know what? It's kind of like I needed to take a break from fly fishing for a little bit, for like a couple months. Because, dude, I'm telling you, going fishing like literally every day and not catching a striped bass will drive you crazy. Because a couple years ago, I would have already caught like 50 bass that spring. You know what I mean? And like not even needing to drive anywhere, just like going down by my house, walking down the block. But yeah, rough. It wouldn't be so bad if there was like freaking weak fish and like bluefish. The bluefish didn't even really show up this year like they used to. You know? Alright. Dude, I just need a little bit more olive. I should be able to squeeze this last one. We're kind of making it work here. We're running down to the last bit of material we got. Maybe switch to tan. Unfortunately, I think I'm out of olive. But we got a good amount tied. I'll just tie what I have, give it to him, and order some more stuff because he's. Last year, I mean, we tied a good amount, and the year before it was like freaking 100, 200 of these things or something. So. A C term for bad luck individuals. Ah, I've never heard that. Never heard that. A Jonah, huh? All right. Yeah, and I'm not eating I'm not bringing bananas on boats. I'm not like stepping under the ladders. So like, what's going on? I don't know. I love when people ask me to tie flies and I don't even have the materials to make them. Yeah, that's always could be a little bit of an issue. What do you mean, like commercially or something? Yeah. Well, you got to buy materials. You better charge them appropriately. That's the thing, though. You really just don't make money doing this. It's kind of like just a way to make a little money. So stay in school. Don't tie flies for a living, chat, unless you're doing it on the side. Don't quit your job like I did. And stay in school for as long as you can. Billy Madison style. Oh, on your lives, gotcha. Yeah, that always can be, you know, it is what it is though, right? Spots I fished for 30 years, I produced nada. Look, I don't want to keep harping on it, but I'll probably just need to make a video on it. But like, I really do think the state of the striper fishing is in a dire straits. Like, yes, we have 36-inch bass that you can go catch on, what do you call it? You can go catch off boats and stuff out in the ocean, and like in certain areas, and in Montauk they were catching giant bass this year. But like, I've been talking to Dixon, and like who's like one of the most popular captains in Montauk for the past 30 years, and all these big people that have been doing it. And like, you can see a substantial change in the amount of smaller bass that we're seeing, and that there's way less. And those fish are what we need to have big striped bass 10 years from now. So what's going to happen 10 years from now when they're, for instance, we have such a pitiful stock of small schoolies at the moment and spawning fish, juvenile tiny fish, that 10, 15 years from now, dude, it's going to be really fucking bad. Like, they're not magically just going to come up. And the ones that are 36 inches, 48 inches now, they're going to either get caught and die, or they're going to just 10, 15 years from, they only like can live 20, what, or like 15, 20, 25 years or something, right? So, like, what's going to happen? You know what I mean? That's what I'm really worried about. So if they don't do something drastic, like in the next couple years or something, and even if they do, I don't know if, like, I don't know. You know what I mean? But if they do a moratorium or something, they're going to have to do a moratorium for, like, multiple years. Right? Because, like, what... the striper population is going to need at least however many years of, like, no pressure to get back to a point. And then we still have issues with bunker being overfished and, like, habitat loss for striper spawning, and pollution and water temperatures rising so they can't spawn in certain areas. Chesapeake being completely fished out from bunkers, pods from the Omega Corp, and then New Jersey boats going in off Long Island, Massachusetts, catching everything in mega scale. You know what I mean? I saw the Manhattan Defenders posted something recently where they showed, and it's like the boat's so large they can drop a 30-40 foot boat off of it to run the net. You know what I mean? It was crazy. But I really don't know, chat. Like, that's why part of me is like, I took a little break from striper fishing, because it's like, not to mention the whole time while I'm out there, and I'm like, okay, so the past 20 years I've caught striped bass here regularly, right? This time of year. Okay, well, maybe it's a little different, this, that, but it's like, why is every spot that's been producing fish in the bays for the past 20 years now not, like, really producing fish as much? Or at least, I'd say probably 3% of the amount of fish it used to produce. You know what I mean? And, like, also hearing other people talk about this sort of stuff as well. So, here's the thing. Spin fishermen, they don't really realize it as much because it's easier to catch fucking striped bass with a spinning rod. Go figure. Like, throwing a plug and throwing a soft plastic, you'll catch fish. So, it's, as a fly fisherman covering such a large area with a fly rod at times, you really start to notice the impact in the lack of fish, because we don't get to cover as much. We're casting 50, 60, 70 feet as opposed to fucking 300-400 feet. You know what I mean? And I don't know, dude. That's, you know, I am genuinely worried about it. I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of freaking out a little bit inside. But it's like, you know, the meme of the guy where everything's on fire around him and he's like, this is fine. That's kind of like what it is. You know what I mean? So I really don't know what's going to happen, but that's kind of it. We've talked about it a bunch. Earlier in the year, I was really fucking ranting about this because the fishing was so bad and I kind of lost my mind. But, I mean, that's just the real reality of the situation. So, and it's kind of interesting, like the Saltwater Guide Association's talking about this. Everyone's Striper Forever. All the, like, conservation groups are like, yo, this is really bad. But you can't, like, if you're a commercial or if you're a recreational party boat operator, you're not going to be like, dude, this is the fishing, like, we got to be really careful about it. And then you go slam a bunch of giant fish off the boats, not even stopping them. So it's like so many people are, like, living in this la-la land to where it's like, oh, this, no, it'll be fine, this and that, until we get to the point to where it was like in the 70s or 80s or whatever, where we have a moratorium. And then everyone's like, holy shit, my business is ruined and I can't make any money now. And now what the hell? The government's screwing me because now I can't, you know, striper fish or something. Like, I don't know, dude. It's like, I'm so disillusioned with it. You know what I mean? It's tough to stay, like, positive about it because it's like, fuck, dude, it sucks. The commitment needs to be done. There needs, they need to do what needs to be done. We should all be worried. Yeah, I don't know. Dude, we'll see what the hell happens. Then you get into, like, politics about it and stuff, and who knows what the hell is going on in the background. So that's where I'm at with striper fishing. That's why I haven't been fishing as much. Not only have I not been catching anything, but then the whole time I'm fishing, this is going on in the back of my head. And I'm having this like internal debate with myself about what the hell the future of our fishery is going to be like. You know what I mean? It's like very exhausting. So I just took a break from striper fishing because not only was it 90 degrees out, but something tells me if I wasn't going to catch them in the springtime, I'm probably not going to catch them when it's fucking 88-degree water temperature, you know? All right. Whew, that got me fired up. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens, chat. And it sucks. Like, I'm a person who I sell flies for striped bass fishing. I make videos about striped bass fishing. I should be hyping everything up. I should lie to you guys. Woohoo, everything's perfect. But you know what? I'm not that person. I can't fucking sit there and be like, no, I need to be like, no, the building is on fire. Everyone evacuate and call the fire department. We're in dire straits. Like, I really should make a video on the topic, and what I should do is I should interview somebody like Peter Jenkins from the Saltwater Guide Association, the owner of Saltwater Edge in Rhode Island, and maybe some other people or something, and make a video on the topic. The thing is, though, like, everyone that's going to see it is all fly fishermen anyway, right? You need, like, the video to blow up or something to where, like, the more striper fishermen see it in general, but I'm sure making a video won't do anything, but maybe for my conscience at least I did something. Tag for myself mostly, and then for some friends every once in a while. Sell some, but when I'm fishing, you don't sell that many. Have you looked into, I know you have vision issues, and that's why you type in all caps. I think you can adjust the font of the size of your font on the screen. Which I know some people that have to do that. So that I don't know if that's a thing or not, that it may be actually easier for you to see than typing in all caps. I don't know if you already have that done and you're doing both, but I wanted to mention that. I was thinking about that the other day. I was like, I wonder if that will be better for you, because you can change the font size on your phone for your vision. I don't know if that's available for YouTube, but just in general with your texting and stuff, if you're like texting somebody, I know you can do that on your phone. I was like, you know what? I should tell Superfly that, just in case you didn't know about that or whatever. All right. Let's wrap up this last one here. Get some tunes going again. I am officially essentially out of belly material, so that's all about I got right there. Oh, you do both? Okay, you're on computer, gotcha. You might be able to increase the, but that might screw up with the video thing. Alright, well, just so you know, I was like, if you didn't know that, I might have blown your mind. Oh, man. Alright. Let's throw some tan on top. Man, between the internet having issues constantly and the striper talk, I'm like all bummed out now, dude. I gotta go do some fishing anyways, just to like clear my head. I've been inside working for the past like however many weeks. I should just go wade, get in the water, you know, cool down a little bit. I haven't been at the beach at all this year either. And I just saw footage of like a giant bull shark off one of the beaches around here or something. I was like, yeah. Maybe I won't go swimming. I don't care if it's like brown sharks and stuff, but like once we're starting to get bull sharks and like tiger sharks, yeah. I don't know about that. I definitely think as like global water temps have risen and stuff, we've been getting, some people have said they think they've been around this whole time, and I'm sure there have been bull sharks and tigers. But I think because like in general our water temps are getting warmer and warmer up here on Long Island, I think it's starting to be more hospitable towards like these different shark species that we generally didn't see so close to the beach. And because of that, I think we're like, Long Island would generally have like maybe 1 shark bite a year or something, but now I think we're getting like, it's like 5 or 10 shark bites every year. It's like it's like steadily going up. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, look, I fished all spring kind of knowing I really wasn't going to catch much, but the reason why... Oh, reconnection successful, it says. Is it coming back? Oh my god, dude. Oh my god. I cannot wait till Optimum we get the fiber tomorrow. Thank God for fiber. I'm sick of this shit. I'm sick of it. I'm tired of it. If we have stable fucking internet from now on and decent enough to where I can stream at a higher bitrate, like... Oh my god. Because I've been doing more streams for Mike Rolls Dice. I wouldn't mind doing a couple more, like maybe at least one more fly tying stream a week or something. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. I've been thinking about it, but I'm so freaking sick of this internet situation. And clearly this isn't normal. This is like really, really bad. Something's happening, so. I think it's the modem is dying, but they're replacing it anyways. But god, I cannot wait till they come tomorrow. Holy shit. I should go buy a bottle of fucking champagne. Like, cheap-ass champagne, I should. And I should pop it tomorrow for the fiber, because it's like that... It's gonna be that life-changing for all of the stuff that I do streaming-wise, video up... Like, I had a YouTube video where the internet died, and I had to redo the whole 3-hour-long upload. It was such a pain in the ass. Man. Funny, because when I was fishing for perch there... it was supposed to be a 10-foot great white a couple miles down from me. Oh, damn, dude. Yeah, I mean, I don't know where it is, but I have photos of it and video and stuff, but we had an 11-foot white shark off my boat. And, dude, when you see an 11-foot white shark, I tell you what, man. I think, so around 10 foot, they're, I think, like, anywhere from, like, 1,000 to, like, 1,100 pounds. So like 10, 11 foot was about the size I had off my boat. And there's a photo of me standing on my boat with my fly rod. And we got some cool photos. I didn't actually try and catch it because A, you can't target it, and B, you're never going to catch a 10-foot white shark on a fly rod. But we got some sick photos of like me with the fly rod in my hand, you know, with the shark. You could see the fin sticking out of the water. And we kind of just like, it kind of just circled my boat for like, and we didn't have like chum or nothing. We were just driving around. We saw it, but it kind of just circled my boat for like 5 minutes or so. And we got to like watch it. It was so cool. And I have a 21-foot Steiger craft, and this was about 10 or 11 foot. But I'm telling you, dude, like the size of the shark was massive. Like the width and the like weight of it, that like the boat doesn't seem that big when you see a shark that big. And they can get 20 foot. I could not imagine, I'm not even joking, I could not imagine what a 20-foot one would look like next to a 20-foot boat. You know what I mean? Or I think they get, right, like, that's like, I think, like, 20 foot, but I know 18-foot, they've, like, they're definitely 18-foot white sharks that they see. But I think there's been 20-foot ones, maybe not, but 20-foot might have been, like, I don't know if they've ever actually recorded a 20-foot white shark. But yeah, even like 18-foot, dude. So this 10, 11-foot white shark is like 1,100, 1,200 pounds. And I'm telling you, dude, like just seeing an animal like that, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, I'm telling, it probably was looking at us with its eyes and everything too. Like, just seeing, it was so impressive how cool that fucking shark is, dude. Like, you want to talk about like, just like peak evolution, you know what I mean? And, I don't know. Just seeing something like that in person is one of the coolest experiences you can have. So, that was really fun. We caught a small one before by accident on a fly rod shark fishing. So we had that. There's a ton of juvenile white sharks around me. I mean, like, when we were shark fishing, we would see so many of them. And you're not supposed to catch them. So, while we were fishing for other sharks... But when we were fly fishing, we would just have our fly sink down and whatnot. And we did hook one once, mixed in with the other shark species. So, but there were tons of times we had baby white sharks that were just swimming around my boat. You know what I mean? Because I think what they figured out is Montauk is a breeding ground because it's kind of perfect with depth-wise and the area for them to spawn and to mate and whatnot. So I think they figured out Long Island is kind of a breeding ground, kind of like how areas in California are breeding grounds and areas in Mexico are breeding grounds for great whites and stuff. So, because I think one year we saw like 12 baby white sharks, and they're about 5 foot. It's still a big shark. It's 5-6 foot. I'm 5'11", 6 foot without the what do you call it, the slouch, and that's still a big ass shark. You know what I mean? But you could tell it's like a baby white shark, like the proportions and everything. It almost kind of looks like a little porbeagle or something. But I was really surprised that there are that many white sharks around, just in general. So it was cool to actually see one that big, because we've only seen the baby ones when I was fishing off my boat. So to see like a big ass one like that, and just to see it in person was like jaw dropping, you know what I mean? So I could not imagine, though, I really couldn't imagine like a 17, 18 foot, what that would look like or what that would be like. And I will say it's fucking terrifying. Like, even that 11-foot shark could easily just kill you or something. It would just take a bite and then spit you out. But like, if that thing bit you and hit a main artery in your leg, like, you're screwed. So seeing that, like, what happens when a freaking 15, 16-foot white shark, because like every foot they grow, they get like hundreds of pounds larger or something crazy. They can get up to like a ton or something, you know what I mean? Or something. They're big ass sharks. So yeah, you bet you could outswim a white shark. Oh, that's the thing, dude. They kind of just would come up from below, you know what I mean? So, or get your ass while you're on a surfboard or something. For the most part, you're okay, because you're never going to be that far out. It's the surfers that got to watch out, because they go pretty far out. But even then, they bite you by accident. They're not trying to do it on purpose. You know what I mean? They think you're a seal or this or that, or you're fucking in a bunker pod by accident with a surfboard or something. You know what I mean? So, and I will say the seal population's been blowing up like crazy on Long Island, and I think that's one of the reasons why we see more and more larger white sharks. Because about 20-30 years ago, I don't know if they were like previously, before I was born, they were hunting seals, but there was just way less seals. So then they pretty much put a ton of protection on seals, and now seals have blown up to like this crazy number here in the Northeast, to where, I mean, you will see a ton of seals, like almost every like half a mile down the beach, you're going to see a big ass seal in the fall time. And they're just doing their thing. I don't blame them, but it sucks for fishing, because when you're fishing the beach and you see that seal in the surf line, it's like you're not going to catch a bass in the surf then, you know what I mean? So, but I think one of the reasons why these seals have been blowing up, it affected our flounder population, our summer flounder, our winter flounder. That's one of the things they're thinking, the winter flounder. Not only did we overfish them as people, but the resurgence of seals in the area caused the winter flounder to get decimated, because that's like one of their favorite foods. You'll see the seals actually with like a fluke or a flounder in their mouth a lot of times. But I think that's one of the reasons why we're seeing more and more like actual like decent sized white sharks, not just little baby ones. So, and if you got big white sharks, they probably need larger food as well. I'm sure they can eat bunker, but we have tuna, we have bluefin tuna, we have tons of striped bass, we have tons of, all sorts of other baits like bluefish and stuff that are around the bunker. We have seals. So I'm sure there's really everything for them to eat as well. So, but yeah, it's funny. I did not know that. And of course, Jaws is set around Amityville, which is based off Long Island, even though they filmed it in Massachusetts. It is based off Long Island. But the actual Jaws itself is based off of a bull shark swimming up a river in New Jersey, like 100, 200 miles into freshwater and killing some kids or something like that, if I'm not wrong. And then they took that and adapted it to being on Long Island, New York, in Amityville. And, what do you call it? The rest was history, obviously, but I don't know if much people can outswim me. Oh, so what are you, Olympian or something? To be honest with you, you never know. You never know. I'm not going to doubt it. Maybe you got it. Yeah, I probably can't outswim you either. But that's one of the things I've learned is like one of the big things with people getting bit by sharks. It's almost always they're swimming alone. So if you want to reduce your risks of ever being attacked by a shark, which the chances are so low, though you shouldn't be afraid of being bitten by a shark. But the real thing that's to stop that is numbers, swimming in numbers, or swimming around other people at least. Because when you are swimming alone, that's the number one like factor a lot of times. Being in the wrong area, but like swimming around dusk or dark, or like when light's changing, and swimming alone is like the number one time when people get attacked. And it's because they get mistaken. A lot of times they have such little visibility half the time anyway. And it's like a bull shark or some sort of like reef shark or something in Florida. But what do you call it? If you've ever like fished for sharks, or you've ever looked at sharks and noticed how they behave, they will never bite a bait from the front. They only will eat a bait or eat a fly or eat anything from the rear. And that's because they specifically do not attack something when they think it could see them. So they only ever bite stuff from like essentially behind or underneath. That's like almost every shark, by the way. It's really interesting when you fly fish for sharks. You get to spend a bunch of time around them when they're around the boat, and they will like, you'll put a fly right in front of them and it swims. But if they think that the fly is looking at them, they'll just swim right past it. But if you can get it to where the fly's there, and then the shark comes and gets behind the fly, that's when you would get the opportunity for the shark to actually, like, a lot of times bite the fly. Because other times they wouldn't even bite it, you know what I mean? They would just kind of like, they would see it, they would swim past, and they would come back around to attack it from behind. So it's really interesting how I like kind of hearing like some marine biologists talk about that with sharks, and then shark fishing, and seeing that myself, like right next to the boat, that they would only really attack from when they think the prey wasn't looking at them. It was really cool to see, and how they would react and everything, you know? So, anyways, that sharks are badass. I love sharks. They're one of my favorite, you know, just in general. They're some of the coolest fish out there, and they get a bad rap, obviously, but they are quite scary, to say the least. So, I've said this before. When I first saw Jaws as a kid in the 90s, and I got to meet the actor, Roy, whatever his name is. My dad painted his house for years, so I got to shake his hand and stuff, and I think even go swimming in his pool. But because a lot of, you know, rich, you know, celebrities and people have houses out on Long Island, out on the East End. But when I first saw that movie, I was actually afraid to take a bath. Like, it was that bad. I would like sit like at my back to the bath, you know what I mean? So nothing could attack me from behind, essentially, as a kid. That's how terrified I was of Jaws. For like a straight up a year, I refused to go to the beach, and in the bathtub I was scared. That's how good that fucking movie was, man. Such a good movie. Ugh. You know, if they tried to make Jaws nowadays, how shit it would be. You know what I mean? How dog shit it would be. Like any sort of shark movie nowadays, it's always like a joke. But man, even Jaws with the animatronic shark and like the props and stuff, I don't think you could ever beat it. I think it's that good that I don't think they'll ever be able to make a better shark movie than Jaws. Yeah, you just know it would suck, even with like crazy CGI and all that. Everything's green screened. You know what I mean? Yeah, tornado shark, tornado shark. You know what? Give Shark Tornado some credit, because they knew what they were doing and they embraced the suck. And I think that's why it's good. It's like a bad good, you know what I mean? But what do you call it? Definitely interesting. All right, I think some people posted some stuff in the Discord. Let's take a look. I'm not gonna lie, chat. Losing frame, having the stream like die like 6 times in a row has been very discouraging, to say the least. And talking about the lack of striper fishing. But what do you call it? Oh no, we saw Derek posted something here. If you guys also do any tabletop stuff, we have our other section in the Discord. But well, I gotta check this, make sure this is okay. Oh, very nice. Let's actually take a look. I think this should be okay. We do have some folks that post some interesting stuff in the gardening section at times, which is all good. Well, look at that. Some corn, cantaloupe, sunflower seedlings. I just realized we haven't taken a look at this. Hell yeah. This looks nice. I like the metal container for the gardening. For a raised garden bed, and there's a gnome in there. Hell yeah. These are the Japanese strawberry seeds. That's crazy. Yeah, it looks like he smuggled those, yeah. It's only been 5 weeks. Holy shit, look at that. Hell yeah. Oh, dude, the tomatoes blew up. Look at that. Nice, I like the buckets as well. That's what I do. I use chum buckets, actual shark chum buckets. They're cherry, 5-gallon cherries that they sell in buckets for like restaurants, and then they make chum buckets. Yeah, here's the monarch. So this is the milkweed we have in the backyard, and this is it actually just started seeding, but you can actually look. It's actually, that's the abdomen, and it's laying an egg, like right at this exact moment right here. Which is really badass. It's pretty cool I was able to catch that. And then, holy shit, Trogdor. I really got to step up my gardening next year. Dude, look how many squashes you got. Look at the peppers. I never get peppers, dude. I suck at peppers. Carrots are good. This is what my carrots always look like, by the way, when I grow carrots. They're like baby-ass little stumpy carrots that don't grow, like, deep enough. Shit. Very nice. I forgot about that. All right. All right, chat. What do you call it? I gotta wrap some of these. I gotta tie some of these for this guy tomorrow. I'm out of belly material, so I really just gotta glue what I have, which isn't that much, honestly. But it's something to hold them over, and I gotta order materials. So, what do you call it? We got a decent amount. Let me count them out. See what we got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Okay. I mean, it's not bad. And then we got a couple more. So, like, 2 dozen. I almost got all the olives, but I didn't have enough, unfortunately. I found 5 giant silk moth caterpillars on my parents' tree, and they don't even live around us. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I've seen some cool... I saw some cool moths recently. I still, unfortunately, no lunar moths or anything like that, like the big-ass ones. But, all right. Well, chat, I think I'm going to wrap it up. What do you call it? It's not a very... we didn't hit 3 hours. Keith's going to be pissed, but you know what? I think Keith can give us an exception because of the terrible internet and the fact that you know what? I'm just ready for fucking fiber tomorrow, dude. I'm so excited. I want to redo a bunch of stuff on the stream. I want to up the bit rate, up the quality, change some of the scenes, maybe change some of the highlights in the videos and all that, and think about potentially, probably, I really should maybe do another like fly tying stream during the week or something. But I need to figure out what I'm gonna do. But either way, I'm excited to get some fiber up in here, and we can have stable streams once and for all. So, last call for flies. Oh yeah. What do you call it? Oh, you're raising them to adulthood. Oh, that's awesome. We've raised Gulf literary caterpillars in the past. I've raised a couple different types of butterflies, but Gulf literaries were the ones I remember the most, where we got the caterpillars and raised them because they're native to North America. So that was a lot of fun. But all right, chat. Well, what do you call it? Again, apologies for the internet issues. Apologies for the shorter stream and whatnot. But we still got a little bit in, and whipped up some flies. So again, I'm getting the fiber tomorrow. Thank God. Round of applause finally for Optimum getting their shit together. And I got to run to the post office, so there is some folks waiting for some giveaway stuff. I got to ship that out. I need to go to the hardware store, yada, yada, yada. But I'm going to run around tomorrow. I drop some flies off, do all this and that. And what do you call it? Maybe what we'll do is we'll do a a middle of the week stream at some point to test out the new internet for before Friday. So we'll see. But either way, we do have some new flies. What do you call it for the fly tying tutorials? Can I post my bigger flies for freshwater? Oh yeah, are you talking about in the Discord? Eli, post whatever you want, dude. You can post nymphs. You can post fishing photos of you fishing with a spinning rod. Doesn't matter. It's all good, dude. Just be nice to people, that's all. We don't even really have a rule thing. I should just make a rule thing, but no, you're good, dude. Videos. You can post any music that's cool. Hunting. Gardening. All that. So, they should be labeled on the side. You'll see them. But, alright, chat. Thank you so much for hanging out. Appreciate you guys. Thank you for spending time with us. Even everyone that was chatting, everyone that was lurking. I'm sure we had some lurkers. I appreciate you guys. I'm excited. We're getting better internet. We're going to have better streams. No issues, hopefully, or less issues. And what do you call it? A ton more fly time videos and stuff like that. So I appreciate everyone too giving me some ideas and chit-chatting about video ideas and stuff. That's a big thing. I really got to get back to pumping out some quality videos for the channel. And, you know, it's going to be a big deal. So, but, all right, chat. Thank you so much for hanging out. Superfly, Eli, Gene, everybody that was chilling, everybody watching on Twitch. Dad Life. I know we had Bobzilla, everybody. Thank you so much, Slim Thunder. You guys are awesome. You guys have an awesome night. And have a great weekend. If you guys go fishing, you know, stay safe, catch them up. And, you know, share some flies in the Discord if you time. We'll always take a look. So, all right, chat. You guys have an awesome night. You take it easy. Have an awesome weekend, all right? We'll see you guys next week.